Hi, everyone. Welcome to the podcast, High Risk for Heartbreak. I am your host, Christina, and I'm so glad you decided to join me today. For those of you who are new here, I pray you find value in at least one thing I say today. And to my old and faithful returning crew, you know just how much I appreciate you. Without further ado, let's relate. For the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be doing a segment called Dear Single Sister. And this segment is a Storytime series of different holiday stories that we want to share. Now, I am going to be opening us up today, but I would love to hear your holiday stories, so feel free to email them to me. I have my email in the description below. I absolutely would love to present your story here anonymously. Keep it in 3 to 5 minutes, and I'll see if I can do the same. My love for Christmas started out, like many of us, at a very, very young age. I remember breaking out my Nutcracker Ballet CD in August because, to me, that meant that Christmas was almost here. And I know what you're thinking. August, what are you doing, baby? There's so many holidays in between. I know, but for me, it was almost Christmas. I would listen to that CD, my poor family, for 4 months leading up to the big day. And while my family didn't complain, bless their hearts, I'm sure they did and I just didn't hear it, I will say they never stopped me from listening to the CD. Now, my mom is a classically trained opera singer, so that might be part of the reason why, because she actually enjoys Nutcracker Ballet and many other classical tunes as well, so perhaps that's why. But I had gotten to see the Nutcracker Ballet many times as a young girl as part of our school field trips. Did you guys do that? In Florida, we got to go on school field trips, and our holiday field trip was to see the Nutcracker Ballet if our parents opted in. Now, I got to see it multiple times, and I was so grateful because I was very familiar with the ballet. And then when I got into my 20s, I was dating a guy, and he actually took me to see the ballet as an adult, and it was just as magical as the first time, if not more, because I understood the story a bit more and I appreciated ballet much more, and it was just so phenomenal. It was just as magical. It was amazing. And you could probably get the drift that Christmas really meant everything to me as a young girl, and as you can see, it clearly still does. Some habits die hard, and this is not one that I'm trying to kill, okay? Now, don't look too closely at my Christmas trees because they're really not even decorated. They're just getting ready to go, but I have been doing so much, you guys, so they'll get decorated. Don't worry. You'll get to see the razzmatazz. Anyway, our family would regularly participate in decorating the house inside and out for the holiday season. The day after Thanksgiving, it was on it. We were going to get a live tree. We were decorating the house for Christmas. I'm talking lights. I'm talking ornaments, window stickies. Did you guys have window stickies? My mom, she has these window stickies for like every holiday, and she would stick them on the windows. Now, I promise you, they're probably all faded out because of the sun, but she probably still has those window stickies. I almost feel like calling her to ask. Hold on, let's do it. Okay, we're going to call my mom. I just need to confirm. Hopefully she picks up. They're probably going to think something's wrong with me because I'm calling both of them back to back. If he doesn't pick up, then something is wrong. Hi, Daddy.
Good evening.
Hi. I was calling. Is Mommy there with you?
Yeah.
I was calling you guys because I wanted to know. I'm telling a story about how we used to decorate for Christmas and get a live tree and all of that stuff every year. And I was talking about those window stickies that Mommy used to put up on the windows. Do y'all still have those?
Some, yeah, they're kind of fading out, but
That's exactly what I said. I said my mom has had these same window stickies since we were children.
but I've been looking for some others, but there's not any like those that of course, I didn't look on Amazon,
Okay.
but I looked in the stores to see if there's any, somewhat similar to those that are, big in size like those.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just telling the story about how we would always decorate after Thanksgiving and talking about the Christmas cantatas and stuff like that. But I'm literally podcasting right now, but I was like, let me call my parents and see if they still have those window stickies.
Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Huh?
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter, too.
I know. And I'll have have to tell those stories another day, but I know for every, I literally said that. I was like, for every single holiday, we have window stickies. And I'm like, she probably still has those same exact ones that we had as children. But anyway, I just wanted to call to confirm. I'll call you guys back later, okay?
Okay.
All right. Love you guys.
Okay. Love you too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
See, I'm talking lights. I'm talking ornaments, window stickies, these annual cinnamon brooms. My mom would always get this cinnamon broom. She would only get one too, but somehow it would smell up the whole house, and it was just divine. It was such a wonderful thing, such a wonderful tradition. And I don't know why I haven't carried that one on, but I love it. I love it. So, of course, it's time for Christmas. And at church, we would do Christmas pageants or plays. We would do for the children's church. And then we would have also what is a Christmas cantata. And it was usually like the adults, the teenagers, and the children, like everyone had a part in this. So I got the best of both worlds. I was singing and I was acting, which was amazing. And for a while, my mom was the choir director and she was directing the plays for a short stint of my childhood, which was really nice because it made the moment even sweeter. You've got my brother and my sister and I were acting and singing. My mom is directing. My mom also was singing. My dad was running the sound. It was just a total family affair. And I just feel so blessed. I feel so blessed. But I will say, one particular year, we had gone through our normal family traditions, Thanksgiving in Orlando, decorating for Christmas. We had our school Christmas candy sales that we would do, and then we would have our church pageants and plays. And the days had finally dwindled down to the eve of Christmas. It was the night before Christmas when all through the house, the only creature was stirring was little Miss Ward. Every year, my parents would stay up late to finish wrapping all of the gifts. And this particular Christmas Eve, my patience had worn very thin. As I lay in my bed, my sister sound asleep across the room, I decided to just take a peek at the tree. Just a little look. I walked down the dark hall, which to me was really big at the time, but it's really small now. And I rounded the corner to the living room, and it was like a scene out of a movie, literally. There were gifts everywhere. Some gifts were wrapped, others were laid across the couch. There were some on the floor, under the tree, inside a chest. My mom would always have this really big chest or trunk, and she put gifts inside, and we got to go and rummage around inside. And of course, my eyes couldn't confirm that I was seeing what I was seeing, so I had to go and touch a few for myself. I searched the gift tags for my name very diligently, and I found one. And then I found another one. And then I found another one. And I took a few to the bathroom and decided to verify that they were indeed my gifts. I needed to know that they were gifts for me. Now, in the quiet of the night, I began unwrapping each present in the echoey bathroom. As gently, of course, as I could so I didn't wake anyone. 30 minutes later, all of my gifts had been unwrapped. And finally, I felt satisfied about that. I wasn't being eaten alive by my impatience anymore, and there was no longer anxiety knocking at my door. I crawled back into my bed, and then I faced the consequences in the morning, of course. Now, I don't think my parents were upset, but I will say in the morning, watching everyone else open their gifts at the same time, it was not the same as opening yours alone in the echoey bathroom. I should have just waited. But for some reason, this one Christmas, I couldn't wait. Needless to say, I got it out of my system that Christmas. And in fact, I never did that again. I did the opposite. I kind of went the other way where I wasn't opening gifts at all. Anyway, there will be more stories to come, but I wanted to share this very first story for you guys of a wonderful Christmas when I could not wait to open my gifts. There will be more stories to come, and I hope to hear some of your stories as well. So please submit your stories via email down in the description below. And I hope that you guys love yourself first so you can then go and love your neighbor. Until next time.